Hi everybody, my name is Steve Stevens. I'm the founder of eIntelligo Networks and the architect of ElasticISP. What's ElasticISP, I might hear you ask? Well, I can't hear you, but who knows. So, ElasticISP is a network, an internet service provider network, that is absolutely scalable on demand. Now, Elastic, in the internet at the moment that we use in the cloud, basically means server resources or engineering resources that come and go on demand, grow and shrink as you need them. ElasticISP is kind of like that. Now, ElasticISP has a few different parts. One of the key parts is that it is cloud-based. Now, you might say, wow, I can't really run an ISP on a cloud, like on a VM. Actually, you'd be wrong. You would not believe the capacity. Your average Cisco virtual image running an LNS can get up to 10 gigs of throughput. Not sure of too many ISPs that can't handle that. And given the fact that we are in the cloud, I'll spin up 1,000 of them. Yeah, I'm talking that much capacity. So when we're talking about cloud-based ISPs, we're talking about an ISP that can spin up. Now, some of the other key parts of an ISP is that when you talk about an ISP, it comes in 3 to 4 different parts. 4 different parts. You've got the core network. All right? That's what we look after. You've got your external. Now this is your BGP and your peering and things like that. You've got your tails, DSL, fiber, an NBN, anything potentially. And you've got your OSS. So what we've got here is an ISP that the general ISP core. So your operational support systems, your web servers, your billing servers, everything else like that, that doesn't need to be on a physical servers anymore. We know that. That could be sitting on AWS, Azure, Google Compute, or something else like that. Or on your local physical hardware if you really want to. Your external, you can be physically cabled into cross connects, such as your transit from your upstreams, or your BGP peering to Megaport, Equinix, and others. And your tails. So this is where you might have a physical cross connect. So where do we come in? Where does ElasticISP come in? We are this. This is what we are. We have the switching capability, 100 gig switching core. And what we do is we take your physical cross connects from like your Telstras and your Optuses and Focus, everybody else like that. Given that we actually cross connect to everybody, you can buy same transit from those same guys. If you want to have your own physical infrastructure for servers or you want to have a cross-connect into a cloud provider, that's great too. But what we do is we take care of everything else, all your networking infrastructure. So your LNS, your CGN, your firewalls, many other networking infrastructure. And what we do is we put those on a cloud provider as well. A hardcore, layer 2, massively fast core cloud provider, and we can spin those up on demand. Cisco, Juniper, everybody has already made their appliances to go in that core. So essentially what we've got here, this entire ISP physically is a couple of switches. A couple of massively fast switches here. What we do is we take your connectivity, we connect into also the elastic fabrics like Megaport, and then we do all the bits in the middle, all that glue of an actual network infrastructure, and we bring that all together and allow you to build an ISP that is capable of hundreds of thousands of users. And all the users come in here, terminate here, firewall security, carrier grade NAT, then we go out to the internet, all the DNS servers, whatever you might need, we can do that. And it is that scalable. Hundreds of thousands and potentially millions of users. Maybe not that high, but I'm pretty sure we could probably get close to it. So one of the best benefits of ElasticISP is your speed to market. Normally if we had to buy a lot of equipment, we're talking months getting it, sourcing it, amazing amount of CapEx expenditure. So you'd have to buy a lot, or you'd have to buy refurb, or you'd have to go and get loans and everything else like that for it, which really moves it to your OpEx anyway, and you end up costing a lot more money. So best thing about ElasticISP is minimal OpEx to start. We've got the infrastructure. It's running. We basically spin you up a new instance. We'll charge you a lot less than we used to when we used to build a physical ISP. So the other big benefit here is speed to market. We can spin up ISPs in days, maybe less. We're trying to automate it to the point where click, 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 bang, ISP. We can help you with the other bits you might need. We can find you a billing referral partner like Smile from Anomial. Those guys are great. And there's a few other ones that are pretty good too. We can get your IP addressing for your basic membership from APNIC. We can get that in as fast as half a day if they process the payments on time. Good luck. Now, your speed to market on that, imagine building an ISP and getting it up and running in sub-week. So one of the things that takes the longest is getting your carrier connections. Now, one of the things we've got is we've got a couple of ones that are inbuilt to a few carriers that allow you to put your first couple of services on really, really quickly. The guys at places like FirstPath, Vocus, Opticom, a lot of other guys like that have given us access to speed these things up quickly. Megaport, awesome, great. Now, what that means is that you could order a service, get it pushed through to our core in your Elastic ISP, and be up in a day or two. What you do immediately is then order your cross connects and do your deals with your carriers and be up really, really, really quickly. Get those in place and you're up and running. Now, you own everything except this core. You own the legal relationships with your carriers. You own the legal relationship with your transit providers, your peering. If you exceed the basic, you have to go and get your own Elastic Fabric connectivity. You own that. You even pay the cross connects. We just charge you for throughput, core capability, ports that you use on our ports, and then you can actually use the virtual images of the different providers like Cisco and Juniper and so forth. Now you can own those licenses as well. You can bring your own license, everything else like that. So what you pay for us is the ports, capability, virtual machine images, and just managing your ISP. It's much, much, much easier. So all these relationships are yours. Now, you can leave anytime you like. If we're going to build an Elastic ISP, we're going to treat you like an Elastic ISP and be an Elastic engineers. So that's what I call my guys, Elastic engineers. If you want to come, great. We'll look after you and we'll do the best we can while you're with us. If you want to leave, if you want to migrate to some physical infrastructure, or you're getting too big, or you can be purchased and then you can move the users, all they have to do is organize another cross connect to the company that bought you or that you buy. Same thing. Buy somebody else, bring them into our capability, spin them up, bring another couple of LNSs online or a LAC to distribute among load balanced solutions. No problems. This is what we've built. This is how fast we can do it. There's not many engineers around that have the capability, that have been building things like this for a few years now. And I thought I'd put it together in a particular product. And the reason we've done this is that a lot of people come to us wanting to be ISPs. They spend a couple of $100,000. They go on for 6 months, a year or two, and maybe collapse. Maybe they get bored of it. Maybe it's just not really for them. We do try to convince the people who we don't think are serious to maybe rethink it. But if you are serious and you really want to give a go at it, isn't it better to do it with much less risk? I've seen people actually lose their houses. It's not a great thing. When you put hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line and your business fails, that's never great. A massive, massive percentage of businesses fail within the first 2 years. ISPs are not immune to that. But if you can save a lot of money on how little we charge you to get started, how little we charge you to keep going, and the minimal costs day to day and getting it running, then that can save you a lot of money. It also means you can move quicker and you can change your infrastructure as you go. So that's Elastic ISP in a nutshell. If you've got any questions, please drop us a line and I'll be happy to talk to you soon.